Hello everybody. Welcome to this week on Stadium Scene TV. Tonight we have the Dover Motor Speedway round number 3 for the bottom split racing series. My name is Hunter Hughes. I will be on the call tonight, and let's get right into it. Starting off with the track info. Tonight we are at Dover Motor Speedway. Dover opened in 1969. It is 2.5 miles long with 24 degrees of bankings in the turns. Tonight's session rules is a 20-minute practice, a 5-minute or 2-lap closed qualifications, and a 40-lap race with no yellows. Real quick, let's go over the rules of the bottom split racing series. This series is set up to target oval development. The races are about 20 to 30 minutes in length. There's no cautions. The points follow NASCAR style, and there's a bonus point for leading most laps, and the last lap. So speaking of the points, let's check out the driver points from last time we were here at Daytona. Chris Fuge leading the way with JP Jones right behind him after that much win at Daytona yesterday. Then we have Garrett Jarnigan sitting third, Mark Vickers in fourth, Lane Snow in fifth, John Miles in sixth, Eduardo Martinez in seventh, Robert Lewis in eighth, Connor Fuge in ninth, Joshua Langer in 10th. We have DJ, John Jarvis, Jax Milan, Jacob Barker, Jeremy Clemens, and Eric Richards round out the field. We have just a little bit of time left in practice, but with that time, let's check out our friends over on Garage Talk. So this week on Garage Talk, joins Wednesday Night Dash drivers DJ Fluck and Eric Richardson as they talk about the world of motorsports, both real and simulated. This week, Eric and DJ look back at SVG's dominance at Sonoma, the rising star of Connor Zilic, IndyCar's poor attendance at Iowa, and DJ hypes his low-budget iRacing VR project. You download the FR Racing's Garage Talk on Spotify, wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, or tune in after the race. All new episodes released on Friday mornings, with the replay airing Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. Now, the bottom split racing series isn't the only thing going on in the world of Stadium Scene TV. We have the Indy Racing World Series. The Indy Racing World Series returns July 15th at 10 p.m. Eastern with a 10-race schedule. Come race Indy cars with us at some of your favorite tracks, including Indianapolis, Michigan, Texas, Laguna Seca, and new for 2025, Portland. A pro-rated $10 broadcast fee gets you into the league. Visit racing.com. Learn more and register today. I know I myself am participating in that league, and we ran Michigan last week, and it is a boatload of fun. You come check it out on Tuesday nights. Then last but not least, we have the Wednesday Night Dash Flagship Series. Wednesday Night Dash returns August 13th for a 10-race Xfinity Series schedule to close out 2025. The series will be shifting to cautions on all ovals during this season as the competition really heats up. $40 entry fee covers the broadcast fee and a prize pool for the top 5 race finishers and the top 3 season finishers. At frracing.com/WND to learn more and sign up today. So, as we get into this, there's 4 minutes left. I believe we have a new driver here tonight. Harrison Santos will be joining the league, and let's get right into it and see what's happening out there on the racetrack. So, as it looks right now, there's about 3 minutes left in qualifying as Garrett Jarnigan goes and sets the fastest. See what he is doing right now. Hey, there's someone out there. Who is that? And then 13. Oh, that is Eric Richardson in the Taco Bell Chevy. Looking good, looking good. Kind of a retro Taco Bell look. I dig it. The Barker on track. Looks like he's running some practice lap. He's still past that. All right. So with just 2 left. Left here in it. We're going to go to a quick break, but we'll be back here soon. All right, we are back with just about a minute and a half left in qualifying. So, this is right now we have 15 drivers here. Very, very interested to see how these drivers get around here tonight. Dover is one heck of a tricky track. The going.
I'll bring up something that's controversial, at least on social media. Now, you and I both agree on this, but there's always a great debate about it. How do you spell
All right. So, as qualifying ends and the grid is about to start, let's take a look at your grid. Rolling off P1 is Garrett Jarnigan in the number 32. Rolling off P2 is Lane Snow in the number 5. JP Jones rolls off in row 2 with Jacob Barker in P4. Inside row 3 is Christopher Fuge, and outside row 3 is Jax Milan. John Miles rolls off 7th, and Mark Vickers rolls off. Eric Richardson rolls off 9th, and Joshua Schwanger rolls off 10th. Eduardo Martinez in 11th, and Robert Lewis in 12th. John Jarvis in 13th. Connor Fuge in 14th, and DJ Fleck around out the field. Certainly least. So, let's go trackside. Let's see who's out there on the grid right now. Got Garrett Jarnigan and Lane Snow, JP Jones, Huge, Jax Miles, Mark Vickers, and Joshua. Like that amount. Eduardo Martinez, Robert Lewis, Jarvis, Connor Fuge, and DJ, who not on track right now. Interesting. A little interesting. Garrett Jarnigan. Looking to get a win here tonight. As the pace car pulls onto the safety of pit road, they're under control of Garrett Jarnigan in the 32. Green flag is out here. Garrett gets a good jump on that outside, or on the inside. Lane Snow gets a good jump on the outside. Rolling off. A bit farther back in the pack, we got some battle in there. Back up. We got the 21. We can move on the number 2, but here comes the 24 of Jax Milan. Looking to the inside of the 21 of JP Jones. Oh, JP gets into the wall. Oh, he almost collects Christopher Fuge, but they are able to keep it going. Huge losing a bit of momentum there. Now under fire from the 84 of ARCA Vickers. JP Jones under fire once again by the 54. Oh, Jones gets turned and hard into the wall. It was JP Jones. Everybody's going to try to avoid him, but unfortunate day ender for the 21. Like he had a promising run starting third, but unfortunately that is not going to go to his favor tonight. Here we got a good battle between the 32, the 5, and the 2 of Jarnigan, Snow, and Barker. Jarnigan holding down the lead, but Snow and Jacob Barker not just letting him have it. Back here to our next little battle. We got the 54 of John Miles, the 42 of Christopher Fuge, and the 84 of Mark Vickers, and the 13 of Eric Richardson sneaking into the battle as well. Christopher Fuge trying to find the momentum to get around the 54 of John Miles. As of right now, everybody just seems to be content. I'm back a bit. You got Robert Lewis, Eduardo Martinez, and Connor Fuge all in a bit of a scrum. There's some jockeying for position up here. Back here again. Eduardo Martinez, Connor Fuge on the bottom, trying to get around that 769. He's going to have the pass cleared. Connor Fuge will move on, trying to hunt down the 0-1 of Robert Lewis. The battle heating it up now between the 54 and the 42. If it's not this, it's the battle for the lead that we're going to be watching, but these are definitely the two battles that you want to keep your eyes on. Laps down, already a quarter of the way through this race, and we've seen a whole heap of excitement already. Take a look back up front at your front runners. Lane Snow still just minding his P's and Q's behind the 32 of Garrett Jarnigan. Here we go, Lane Snow looking for a move to the inside. Not sure if he's going to be able to make it work. That thing alive for just a handful more laps. Battle looking really, really good. Now, Jarnigan in the 32, trying to hold off the 5 of Lane Snow. As this track rubbers in a bit, you're going to see the lines change and different drivers getting different runs. Lane Snow looks like he's got a good run on the 32 now. Looks like he's just backing it up, trying to mind his business, trying to look for the opportunity to pounce. What you want to do if you're that second place driver, the driver that is following. You want to attack when the moment is right. Speaking of attacking when the moment is right, let's look at this battle between the 42 and the 54. Christopher Fuge gets around the 54 of John Miles for position number 5. Is your points leader, Christopher Fuge. JP Jones is a couple laps down, but he is still in the air of these leaders. We might be able to mix some stuff up when it comes to the aero blocking and aero pushing. Yeah, really tight now between our leaders, but there's a jockey for position 3. Looks like Jax Milan is able to get around the number 2 of Jacob Barker for position number 3. Eric Richardson in a battle with Mark Vickers for position number 7. Eric's able to get around him. But our lead battle is still just holding in here. Looks like there's like a handful of 2-car battles throughout the field. That's allowing each group of drivers to kind of separate from the other ones. So I'm kind of on an island by himself, but just behind him we got a pack of a 2x2 battle. Here comes JP Jones on those new tires. I just remember that JP Jones is a couple laps down, so he's not fighting for position, but he has the newest tires in the field, so he's gonna be way faster. Oh, he puts the bumper to the number 2. That's gonna send the 2 way wide and get him way out of the groove. Now that 2 is now just gonna be clawing to retain and stop the bleeding. How can Eric Richardson and Mark Vickers capitalize on the number 2 getting bonked out of the way? Looks like Eric's looking to the inside as they come across the stripe. Lap 20, we're about halfway through this thing already. Eric's gonna get up there. He's not quite clear. This is a really good battle heading into turn 3. They're side by side. The number 2 gets the door again. And is going to lose 2 spots there. Jacob Barker just getting bullied around this racetrack tonight. But he's not done. He's still got some fight in him. Gonna try and get to the 84 of Mark Vickers. Mark Vickers goes a bit high. Jacob Barker just trying to find something, any little ounce of speed in that number 2 Hendrick car's down. Let's go back up front. Between your top 2 of Garrett Jarnigan and Lane Snow, these 2 have put a 2.5, almost 3-second gap on 3rd place. These 2 are just running away with it. Each one of them trying to find any little ounce of speed. The battle for 3rd also heating up. Chris Fuge on the move. Gonna look to the inside of the 24. 24 goes way high. Chris Fuge is gonna get past, and JP Jones is also right there on those fresh tires, but move Chris Fuge into that 3rd place position. Now, can Chris Fuge in the 42 machine catch the top 2? He's got 3.4 seconds. Can he make up that gap in 15 laps? That's the question. Can he make it? But if our top 2 keep battling the way that they are, that gap could shrink pretty quickly. A good battle. Trying to look around across the field, see what battles are spicing up. So far, this battle for the lead is the closest battle that I can see. Who us off there. Barrett Jarnigan still putting down a faster lap than Lane Snow. Let's see as they cross the line. Who had the fastest lap there? Oh, here goes Lane Snow down to the bottom. He's gonna be at his door as they go down the back straightaway. Barrett Jarnigan fighting hard on the outside. They come through turns 3. Barrett Jarnigan gonna have a run on the top. Is he gonna be able to hold it? Oh, Garrett gets into the wall just a bit. That's gonna give the spot to Lane Snow. But I don't think Garrett's done yet. I think Garrett still has some fight in him. Here comes Garrett back, charging on the bottom. Lap 29. Lap 30 now, just 10 laps to go here as they cross the line. And Snow getting a little squirrely as they head towards turn 3. Here comes Garrett Jarnigan once again, fighting on the bottom. They're really trying to fight for it. Garrett's throwing everything he can at the wall and trying to see what sticks right now. They have a lap car up ahead. Really sure who that is ahead of them. Looks like it's the 0-1 of Robert Lewis. Oh, the Robert Lewis is going to kind of get in the way of Jax Milan. Or Lane Snow, apologies. But they're able to get around him just cleanly. Garrett Jarnigan losing a bit of time there, but still hitting hard with just 7 laps to go. See if anything else is cooking up in the back. Looks like the 22 and the 87 are having a bit of a scuffle for position number 8. That is Joshua Schwanger and John Jarvis too. Ooh, here goes John looking to the inside, peeking his nose in. Oh, he's gonna give a bumper to the 22, try to knock him loose. Oh, he gets into the wall. 87 down to the bottom. They're gonna be side by side as they head into turn 3. And look at Connor Fuge, the run that Connor Fuge has, getting past the 22, keeping his nose clean, and is gonna be fighting here to get around the 87. But clearly, that 87 is not afraid to put the bumper to a car. So Connor Fuge has got to be a little. He's got to keep that in the back of his mind. Move Connor Fuge up to position 9. Oh, Joshua Schwanger on the bottom of the track, wrecked out by the looks of it. He's gonna keep it rolling, but. Oh, what happened to Garrett Jarnigan in the 32? Oh no, with just 5 laps to go, Garrett's car is got heavy damage on it. Let's go back and quickly see what happened. Oh, it looks like oh man. The 22 got into the wall and was really slow on the track, and Garrett must not have seen him and just hard into the back of the 22, and that's what took the 22 out. But also took the guy who led the most amount of laps today out of this race. Unfortunate. Ooh, Connor Fuge into the wall again, almost getting into your leader of Lane Snow. With just 2 laps to go. Oh, Connor Fuge really squeezing him down. He's not giving him an inch of room. Connor Fuge trying the hardest that he can to stay on this lead lap. But we're going to get the white flag here. White flag presented by Stadium Scene TV. All Lane Snow needs to do is just not get into any incidents whatsoever, and he can just cruise on to a victory. Connor Fuge into the wall again. Fighting to hold on to this lead lap spot, but as they come off a turn 4, Lane Snow will win here at Dover. The top finishers: Lane Snow, Christopher Fuge, John Miles, Eric Richardson, Mark Vickers, Jacob Barker, John Jarvis, Connor Fuge, Robert Lewis, and JP Jones rounding out your top 10. Got some Jarvis fans in crowd. Number 87 machine comes home in 7th. Let's get some driver interviews now as we're waiting for our drivers to answer. Looks like we have John Miles in here right now. John, coming home 3rd. You had it looked quite exciting out there. How was your race?
Yeah, it was something for sure. The Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet was quick. It definitely wasn't top 3 quick. I think there's a lot of stuff that went right for me to end up there. But overall exciting. I need to work on my AI spotter. He missed a couple of those wrecks, so it got squirrely there for a second. But overall, good race. Happy to come home 3rd.
All right. Appreciate talking with you. And then coming home 2nd tonight is Christopher Fuge. Chris, tell me about your race.
I mean, it wasn't too bad. I had a terrible launch at the start and just bled spots. Rode around for a bit with John, just trying to save tire as much as I could. But, you know, Garrett and Lane were just hauling, man. They were fast tonight. Not entirely sure what happened. All I know is I went from 3rd to 2nd. Saw a cloud of smoke. Not really sure what happened yet. Won't know until I go back and watch the replay. But, yeah, you know, again, these jam cars are fast every week. That's why they're always up front, always fighting for wins. So it's just nice to grab another podium spot. Congrats to Lane for the win. Congrats to John for 3rd. And looking forward to wherever we're at week after next.
Thank you. And your winner tonight is Lane Snow in the 5. You had to work for it all night, going battling with the 32, back and forth all night until 32 got caught in the incident there near the end of the race. But tell me about your race today.
You know, it was good from the start. Qualified good. Me and Garrett drove away there at the start of the race, and he's doing a pretty good job there, aero blocking, making it hard to get around him. And then just kind of found a little something there on the top and was able to get around him. And then wasn't sure what happened to him there at the end. I didn't see him. Don't know what he got caught up in. But overall, it was a pretty good night. Thanks to the Jam Boys bringing me a fast Cessna Chevrolet.
All right, that was your winner. Over. We're going to take you, and we are going to go Gonna wrap it up for the night. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. It was an exciting race. Let's take a look at the schedule. On August 4th, we have Bristol Motor Speedway. You don't want to miss that. We go from Dover to Bristol. You want to make sure that you are tuned in August 4th at 10 p.m. to see these rip around here. Always putting on a good show. But yeah, that's going to do it here for us at Stadium Scene TV. See you all next time. Bye.